Hearing that beautiful
Wow.
sound, it's officially on. 35-minute heats with the jet ski assist. Owen Wright taken to the lineup with the rookie Willian Cardoso. Owen Wright, the story from last season, one of the best comebacks to sport, period. Compared to any other discipline in the world, I think that could have been one of the biggest accomplishments. Pro surfing, having the changing elements of the tide, the waves, and the conditions, and returning to form to turn in his personal best ever result in his career at the Quiksilver Pro. Owen comes back here in round 3 to take on a new face, a rookie on tour in the 30-plus club, Willian Cardoso. That looked sharp yesterday, Potts, when he took out Kaya Belli.
Kaya Belli, though, those big, deep, low bottom turns, he's got to take a lot of confidence away from his performance yesterday.
Also, Karen mentioned that semifinals on hold as well for the Roxy Pro later as we get our opening ride in. Owen Wright, big drop out the back. No room for maneuvers, so priority is going to get underway. Cardoso now holding priority, but using it quickly here. Up and out. So two guys just checking out the waves real quick. Owen paddling hard with Cardoso. Owen realized that he just got priority right back, so he'll probably slow down it a little bit. But that was that sense of urgency to try to get priority rotation back in his favor.
Yeah, and he's still young, you know, and I think that's the thing too. I mean, the longevity of a professional surfer has been elongated due to Kelly Slater's performances. Here we go.
Owen now looking for his first turn. Beautiful connection off the roof. Sets up a vertical hack with a tail release. Two big backside hacks for Owen Wright to take over the lead in this first heat of the morning. The tallest guys on tour. I love how much range he has, Potts. He's, for being such a big guy, he's as flexible as they come, and he makes those turns really stand out.
He does, absolutely, and you can tell. I saw him walking down this morning for a warm-up surf, and he looks so fit. Or yesterday, the judges really demanded the surfers to go above and beyond to get the scores. Critical maneuver right there from Owen, taking his time. That's what I love about the way Owen approaches a wave here at Snapper Rocks. There is no rush. There's no sense of urgency. There's not an ounce of fat on his body. He's absolutely ripped. He's been doing a lot of hard work, flexibility stuff as well, and he's looking sharp, Joe.
Owen's getting a roll in down the line. More opportunity here. First turn against the whitewater section, more off the lip down the line. Backhand carve for Owen Wright. Last year's number 6 in the world. Carves through this inside corner. Nice fan and control, similar approach to last season. Nice easy combinations and rail work for the goofy foot. Wants to go straight up here, drills it. And the wave that keeps on giving. Owen Wright back-to-back keepers to kick off this matchup, putting pressure immediately on the rookie.
His maneuvers perfectly, and then on the way back out, decides to just take this one for good measure. You know, get himself back into the jet ski zone, but it actually stood up through the inside and offered him some unbelievable scoring potential. So, as you said, 2 keepers back-to-back for Owen. I love that maneuver that he gets it all the way back around and puts himself in that power source that slingshots him back out into the open face and produces incredible maneuvers. Good extension of the body, precision, timing, everything sort of went down on those 2 waves, and I think the judges are going to like that. It's going to be kept in a sort of a good range, I think, because it's the first heat of the day. The judges showed yesterday that they were not prepared to go excellent unless something special happened.
Love watching Owen's backhand in motion, Potts, at all the great rides on tour, from Jeffreys Bay, Bells Beach. The slope of the wave is different on each venue. How do you compare Snapper to Bells with the curve of the open face?
Well, you don't really, and I think that's the beauty of our sport. Each wave is different. You know, each wave's got a different face, a different idiosyncrasies, but in saying that, each wave here at Snapper Rocks is different as well.
Are completely different, take different skill sets to perform on. During that last long one for Owen Wright, Willian Cardoso got involved. Just a quick one there, already showing early frustration in his wave selection.
Yeah, and on top of it, threw away priority. So Owen's going to lock in some good scores here. 25 minutes remaining, so plenty of time on the clock.
More of an opportunity here for Cardoso. Power hawk off the lip. Now he's getting in motion. Fading cutback. Running out of wave, but this guy has a great small wave game as well. He'll stall a little bit just in case it pulls up. Ultimately, just timing the water patrol ski out the back again. So he'll be compared to Owen Wright. Owen's second score. Remember, he took off and kicked out. The two-turn combo, a 6-1-7, put him in rhythm for a longer ride down the beach, which is a better number, a 7.5.
Wow, and just like that, Cardoso is in a combination situation, Joe, which means Cardoso needs two waves to combat that 13.67. Beautiful opening maneuver. Big, solid kid, strong on his feet. Nice, solid foundation as far as the style goes. Makes very few mistakes, this guy. Once he's on a good wave, he really does capitalize. But this morning, very tricky conditions, so you really got to focus, the emphasis being on that wave selection. Joe, I just was flicking through the list of heats coming up, and it's unbelievable what we got on hand today.
Having a look and pulling in, Owen Wright. Great positioning, it spits, but he takes the low row down.
Wow.
Right into a big backside hack on the money, carving through the open face. A beautiful read for Owen Wright, the defending champ with the Quiksilver Pro, looking to better a 6-1-7 on that wave.
You know what, it's just going to get better and better all day as that tide goes out. It's quite solid out there. It's especially when it's like this. There's a lot of power in this wave. It's shallow banks, so that wave you can see just spitting and unloading, and Owen comes out the bottom, as you said, but then straight into a solid maneuver. Owen Wright just seems to be finding the gems, and that's what happens. You know, one wave really can set you up for the rest of the heat, and that's exactly what happened with that 6-1-7. Beautiful positioning right there, great technique. That was a tricky one because he kind of slid down to the bottom. The lip broke on his shoulders, but so strong, and all that training paying off for Owen. Sneaking out the bottom, but then just going straight into a solid maneuver, so in complete control. It's athletes, it's not just some random guy off the street. So Owen Wright up and riding.
Nice glide in for Owen, super smooth. Powerful top turn to get down the line, more straight up vertical with the tail release. Chunky section for Owen, he'll do the big roundhouse sweep into the pocket. Squares up vertically again, punches that out. Great timing, control, not rushing the issue. Entering this inside corner, Owen stalls. A lot of weight on that tail, and now just enters into the inside for one last chip on the inside corner, and he's out. Meanwhile, Potts, wave before with the barrel.
Let's have a look at this wave here from Owen. See the kind of waves he's looking for. It's not necessarily the big ones, is it, Joe? But what they are doing is they're growing down the line and giving him multiple opportunity. Look at that there, just a little bit of a different turn from Owen, kicking that tail out, letting it slide, big wraparound turn. So showing the judges some combination of turns, showing something different every time he stands up. Very, very important. And then just biding his time through this inside here, waiting for maybe one more turn just to seal the deal. I don't think I'm going to see this one improving that 7-point ride, but keeping that momentum going, which is so important out here. It's so easy to fall out of that rhythm, Joe. It's so easy to wait maybe that just a little bit too long and wave, and what that does is it just puts you behind, and you feel like you're playing catch up.
Willian also got a little wave behind Owens here, Potts.
Yeah, just you can see the wave selection. He didn't have that open face. It just didn't grow down the line. So maybe a little bit of local knowledge. You know, Owen surfed this wave probably a little bit more than Willian. So wave selection really playing a factor here. And these are the kind of conditions that those seasoned veterans are going to love and revel in.
Having a look now. Cardoso needs to make good use of these remaining 10 minutes. Gets hung up on the first turn. Grabs the rail to push back into the pocket. He's hoping for a little bit of a lip line to work with here, and it's staying really full on the face. Last wave at 2.5, Cardoso just fades his way through. He's committed this long to it. He has the ski assist, so he's already thinking about a new lap out the back and another chance with 9:30 to go.
He was surfing the heat the way John would be expected to, but let's have a look at Cardoso's last wave. Just caught the rail, and you know, when things go bad in a heat, sometimes it can snowball. Even with the simplest maneuvers, you kind of tend to catch that rail, and you can see the wave not standing up for him, so the frustration is starting to grow for Cardoso. He's just got to take a deep breath. It's event number one. He showed signs of brilliance through this event. Just on the day, things don't work, and the harder you try, the bigger the hole becomes sometimes. So it's got to get back out there and just have another swing for it. 7.5 minutes to go. It's not over just yet. I mean, things can happen pretty quick out here.
To prove, a 3-time world champ, 4th on the all-time win list. Coming up next in 6 minutes. All fans on deck watching his retirement run from here to Bells Beach, where he'll officially hang up the number 7 jersey. His 17th event here at the Quiksilver Pro. Round 3 coming up next for Fanning. Meanwhile, Owen Wright. Big connection out the back just for one move, so he's out. Nothing changing to his top 2. 4:22 on the clock. And the rookie still needs to break this combination. He's going through right now. So it says combo 14.5. Well, the scale's out at 10. So you need 2 waves to break that combination.
Oh.
And throwing a big hook is Cardoso now. Big drift off a meaty section. And finally finding something to work with through the inside. Little wrapping turn, and Cardoso trying to get back into this heat. Setup work. He wants to push off something hard down at this point of the wave. Little tap and already asking for the ski, but 2 brilliant turns to kick this one off. Now hitting the 2-minute mark.
Let's have a look. Nice late drop, critical section to take off on. You can see Owen having a look at that wave. Beautiful opening turn. That's better from Cardoso. And again, waiting for it. Timing is absolutely important out here. Almost sort of off balance on that bottom turn, so that's going to hinder the scoring potential just a little bit, wiping a bit of speed off, but Cardoso milking this one all the way through. It's going to get him back in the heat, but time is going to be the enemy. Owen with priority out the back. He's going to sit and wait for Cardoso to join him in the lineup. Owen doesn't need another wave. What he does need to do is control this last part of the heat, eliminate any kind of opportunity that comes Cardoso's way. In saying that, though, all those waves that were rewarded 10 points would deserve it, right? It wasn't like they were just throwing 10-point rides out for the sake of it. I mean, each one of those 10-point rides were well-deserved 10-point rides.
Having a look right before the horn is Owen Wright, able to control that lead from start to finish, and still on a roll to defend his title here at the Quiksilver Pro, courtesy of a 7.5, a 7, throwaways into the 6 and 5 range. Had a stellar heat, courtesy of beautiful wave selection, and Cardoso out of the contest.